there. Yeah. So this is a very early morning stream from me, and I just want to say a quick hello to everybody. I see Jugless Juggler is in the chat section. Good morning. So this is a very impromptu live stream, and I just found out today. It's been building up. I've been kind of joking about it here and there, but apparently I now have 1,000 1,000 subscribers. Forgive me, my math isn't that good. Also, I'm fighting a cold right now that might also be something a little worse, but let's hope it's not the latter and it's more the former. So if I sound a little odd, you know why. But yeah, 1K. We'll just say it as YouTube has stated. It's 1K subscribers. And the question is, as you can comically tell by the title, what am I doing right? Thank you still. So yeah, in the last couple of weeks, I've been getting a lot of subscribers from out of nowhere, although I've noticed that one recurring pattern between them all was that they were all fans of like old school B movies and horror movies and all that, and it is something that I do touch upon my channel quite a bit. In addition to just the random yucks when I, hang out with my friends on my various live streams. And also, so far, my most famous video was just an upload of the public domain movie The Twonky. So if The Twonky has kind of cheated a bit and let me get to this point, then yes, by all means, thank you very much, Mr. Television Robot Man from the future. And if not, if it's The Twonky and the fact that I've been uploading at least once every 2 weeks, or at least once a week in some cases, or the recent upsurge of just popularity with some of my video subjects, then I deeply appreciate all the views I've gotten and all the people who actually bother to tune into this channel, because I don't know if it's because I have low self-esteem or just incredibly humble or a terrifying combination of both. But yeah, I'm honestly surprised it's gotten to this point. And while I'm a little hesitant and scared that at any moment any of the subscribers who comes to visit this channel will immediately go back down, I might say something they don't like, and yeah, there's some things I'll get off my chest in a little bit. But I was gonna wait a little bit to see if there was more subscribers coming, but for the most part, yeah, I deeply appreciate the support from all the random people who've tuned into this channel. And Jugless Juggler, who's been a ongoing presence in a lot of my stream chats, he says, if there's one thing you're doing right, it's getting me to see more weird stuff to watch and read. Thank you, Jugless Juggler. Yes. I'm one of those channels that does whatever I feel like doing, usually because it's a lot less stressful for me, and I'm fairly high strung. We'll just say that nicely. So I try my best not to follow trends, and attempts to follow trends I get a little scared at, I don't do. Like, I did a podcast based on Godzilla Singular Point, and considering the incredibly negative reception that got from a lot from the larger kaiju community, I hesitated on uploading that anytime soon. Although thankfully our friend Laura, she was kind enough to go in and edit a lot of the audio, and it was a lot easier to get that video done in a somewhat proper time. But yeah, and also I do have to give a big shout out to people like Mark Rivers, Laura Fitkin, and her husband and child Griffin. Oh, no, Nick and Griffin, respectively, and Brayton Connor, and many of the other people who have been so kind to help with this channel. If I'm missing your names, know that you will be remembered in one way or another. But yeah, thank you. That's all I just really wanted to say. It's not going to be a very long chat, but I will say this to anybody listening to this. If you have questions for me, if you just random my thoughts on different things, mostly monster movies or kaiju. Kaiju, of course, is the new fancy slang word that means giant Godzilla-style movie monster. Just my thoughts on science fiction, fantasy, comedy in general, what's my favorite foods. It's like, go ahead and leave them in the comments section. I'll alter the comments so it'll be a lot easier to post stuff there. And of course, because I got plenty of free time working from home, um, I'll be happy to delete any bad comments I see. So hopefully, it won't get too bad. I just jinxed it. Rely on the kindness of strangers or don't rely on the kindness of strangers? You tell me. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, by all means put them in the comments section and I'll do a follow-up video, even if it's just a very simple pre-filmed one like this. But yeah, it means a lot to know that I'm somewhat liked. I will say that. I'm not going to say loved. And I do appreciate the support from many of you, Juggler Struggler included, Shay Smithers, Warrior Keen. Oh, who else shows up in the comments a lot? Again, Laura, Brayton, and Mark. Oh, there's other people. I know they come in quite often. Oh, darn. Oh, S45. And I'm so sorry if I'm forgetting anybody else at this moment. So, oh, not. I know we got more people. Oh, but my goodness. Thank you so much for everybody. So before I call it quits, let me share a couple of things I'm currently working on because I am an artist, and I got a couple of good commissions going on right now. By the way, there's a bunch of links to my other stuff below if you wish to either support me further through my Patreon or directly through PayPal. I'm always up to doing artwork, but if you just want to give me a tip, that's totally okay too. But I also know, again, my humbleness and my low self-esteem, I also know that things are pretty rough these days. So, just just the views alone is more than acceptable. No need for money. It's just a suggestion. But yeah, deeply appreciated. So yeah, before I end the night, let me share some things I'm currently working on. Let me get rid of the wonderful little RAF image that my friend Brayton has created. Okay, so recently in October, we did a pretty fun live watch of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Unfortunately, due to some music issues with the main commentary itself, I had to re-edit the video. Currently, there's a pre-show and post-show version of the video. Forgive the little pops on the microphone. That's pretty much just our conversations before and after the main commentary, but I'm working on the main commentary, making its own separate video. Similar to one I had to edit and isolate for our live watch for the original 1930s King Kong, which was a collection of still images mixed with a really good commentary. So hopefully I can get that done in December. Okay, so I'm also working on a kaiju art book. It's been a long time coming, reincorporating a lot of my original characters and original artwork. And there's going to be a comical section in this kaiju art book, which features a bunch of fictional authors. And this character, Harry Balzabar, is a character that my brother has actually designed and created based after me. And ever since they lost interest in the characters, it's kind of come back to me, so to speak. So he's going to be featured in the book as one of the fictional kaijuologists who, helped put the book together. And to be fair, even knowing he's a bit of a weird, eccentric mad scientist who has a scarred face and wears a kind of Phantom of the Opera skull mask here, he's actually one of the most complimentary, for lack of a better term, or positive betrayals of me that other people have paid homage to. So I do deeply appreciate that. Even though he's nowhere near as popular as maybe some of my other characters I've played in the past, like the Crimson Weirdo, and who's that crazy detective who's always getting shot and killed? Oh, Detective Dirty McCorruption, yes. Okay, I am doing a long overdue commission for a friend named Matt. There's a lot of Matts out there, so sorry if I forgot what your internet handle was. But he wanted me to do a kaiju portrait, or at least an upper body picture of Gorosaurus. And so far this has been completely done through the Photoshop, not based on a pre-existing sketch. It's all been either done on MS Paint and then covered over with digital inking. And I am cheating a bit, kind of just incorporating sections of Gorosaurus. But it is an original picture, more or less. And just have to make the tail here a little thinner. But yeah, this guy will be a lot of fun to color once I get the line work done. And of course, I'll reincorporate him as a parody character inspired by 1970s monster cards known as Pachimon, which will be another video coming in December, another long overdue. Hold on. Like I said, I have a cold. I gotta blow the nose. I'm back. Sorry about that. Very unprofessional, but thank you so much. And this is an older piece I've done a long time ago for my friend Earth Baragon, who you'll be seeing a bunch of related videos of him in the days to come. Because we had this really nice 3-hour conversational piece, and I'm going to be editing it into little sections. So expect to hear me and Earth Baragon just talk about kaiju throughout December. But this was an old illustration I made for him. I forgot if it was a commission or a gift piece, but it's based on Black N, which was a monster from Ultraman Leo's final episode. And I'm just improving the piece with a lot of extra special effects and bells and whistles here. So yeah, there you go. Alright, so I'm going to be ending this stream very soon. Thank you, Jugless Juggler. He does say, what are your thoughts on each major adaptation of War of the Worlds to make it a bit easier for you, the 1938 and the 1953 ones in particular? I'll answer that question right now since I'm here and you're the only one in the chat section. And thank you for the 2 thumbs up from whoever did that. I really do like the 1953 version, even knowing that it's a very dumbed down version of the original novel, because there's a lot about the original novel that I adore. And I have read the original novel and I've revisited many times on books on tapes too. But for what it is, as like one of the big hitters of big budgeted Hollywood science fiction, that version of War of the Worlds is very significant to just the whole fantasy genre. And it's a very colorful movie, both literally and figuratively. It's definitely George Pal at his best. And I'm a big fan of George Pal. I think, even though he didn't make as many movies as he probably wanted to in his career, he has so many good successes over failures that I don't hate the guy, and I think he really is at least today, an undersung champion of fantasy cinema. I've not heard the radio version of War of the Worlds, though. So maybe that's something I will do in the near future if I can find a decent version of it that isn't heavily edited or whatnot. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, like I said, I will make the comment section a little easier to do. So if you guys want to leave me comments and actually just questions, just my random thoughts on things, I will do a separated video based on that and that alone. Or a series of short videos based on that and that alone. So, and I will give some Karen thoughts. So that'll be my gift to you. Whatever you can put in the comment section, if you have just random questions. And again, my big bread and butter is kaiju and artwork. So whatever you want to ask me there, we'll see what we do there. But yeah, thank you very much. And I think that's about it for now. Yeah, let me change the screen a little bit. Not the fastest on the draw here. Ba-ba-bum. Oopsie doozy. Oh, yeah. Okay, before I go, bum bum bum. Stretch the screen. Yeah, before I go, me and Brayton just had a very good live watch and spirited chat on the 2003 Tim Burton movie Big Fish on my Twitch channel Enshohma Lives, which you can find in the description below. So yeah, if you want to see what it's like when see one of those, by all means, go on down and check it out. Big Fish was a surprisingly fun and pleasant movie, regardless how you might feel about Tim Burton. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'll try to get more content done throughout the following months. But for now, I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to try to beat this cold best I can. And I will hopefully see you guys maybe Friday. I might do something on my stream or do something here. We'll see what happens. But again, seriously, thank you all for the subscriptions, for the support, whether it's a fluke or a luck or deliberate or both. And I will see more of you. If you have just random comments or questions for me, by all means leave them below and I will answer them in a follow-up video. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you all later. Good day, good night.